How hackers breached the world. The SolarWinds cyber attack exposed. Welcome back to ZeroTrace, your faceless gateway into the dark corners of hacking, cybersecurity, and digital warfare. I'm your anonymous host, peeling back the curtain on the battles fought in code. Today, we're diving into one of the most devastating cyber attacks in history, the SolarWinds supply chain attack of 2020. This wasn't just a hack, it was a masterclass in stealth, infiltrating thousands of organizations, from Fortune 500 companies to the US government. Buckle up as we unravel how Russian hackers turned a routine software update into a global cyber catastrophe. If you're new, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. We expose the unseen every week. How? Picture this. It's 2020, and SolarWinds, a Texas-based company, is a trusted name in IT management. Their software, Orion, monitors networks for thousands of clients. Think Microsoft, Cisco, even the Pentagon. But what these organizations didn't know was that their trusted tool was about to become a Trojan horse. Enter SVR, Russia's foreign intelligence service, linked to the hacking group Cozy Bear, or APT29. Their mission: infiltrate as many networks as possible, steal sensitive data, and stay undetected for months. This wasn't a smash and grab, it was a silent invasion, and it started with a single, brilliant move: compromising SolarWinds' software update process. The SolarWinds attack is a textbook supply chain attack. Instead of targeting one company directly, hackers go for a weak link that connects to many here, a widely used software provider. By poisoning Orion's updates, attackers could hit thousands of targets at once, all without raising alarms. Let's break down how they pulled it off. The attack began in late 2019, when Cozy Bear hacked into SolarWinds' development environment, likely through spearphishing or stolen credentials. Details are still murky. Once inside, they inserted a backdoor called Sunburst into Orion's source code. This wasn't random malware, it was surgically precise. The malicious code was slipped into a legitimate software update, signed with SolarWinds' digital certificate, making it look 100% authentic. Between March and June 2020, this tainted update was pushed to over 18,000 organizations worldwide. Once installed, Sunburst lay dormant for up to 2 weeks, avoiding detection. Then it phoned home to a command and control server, often using domain names mimicking legitimate traffic like abs.vmcloud.com. From there, hackers could deploy additional tools, like Teardrop, to steal data, plant more malware, or move laterally across networks. The brilliance: it blended in, looking like normal IT activity. Fury, a cybersecurity firm, was the first to spot it in December 2020. After their own systems were breached, they reverse-engineered Sunburst, blowing the lid off the operation. Who got hit? The list is staggering. US Treasury, Department of Homeland Security, National Institutes of Health, Intel, Nvidia, and more. Internationally, government agencies and private firms in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East were compromised. The hackers didn't just steal data, they spied on emails, accessed classified systems, and in some cases, left backdoors for future attacks. The US Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, called it a grave risk to national security. The technical details are a hacker's dream. Sunburst exploited a net framework vulnerability, injecting malicious DLLs, dynamic link libraries, into Orion's update process. It used encrypted traffic to hide communications, cycling through thousands of IP addresses to evade blacklists. The malware checked for antivirus processes and disabled them, ensuring stealth. For high-value targets, Cozy Bear deployed custom tools, tailoring attacks to each victim. This wasn't script kiddie stuff, it was state-sponsored, with resources rivaling a military operation. Let's get nerdy for the tech heads. The Sunburst backdoor was embedded in a file called SolarWinds Orion Core Business Layer DLL. It used a technique called DLL hijacking, replacing legitimate functions with malicious ones. The code was polymorphic, changing its signature to dodge detection. Communication with C2 servers used DNS tunneling, encoding data in subdomain queries, like a secret handshake. For persistence, it modified Windows registry keys and scheduled tasks. The attackers also used living off the land techniques, leveraging legitimate tools like PowerShell and WMI to move through networks undetected. In some cases, they stole SAML tokens for cloud access, hitting Microsoft 365 accounts. Fury estimated the hackers were active for 18 months, with some networks compromised as early as September 2019. The scale, unprecedented. The cost. Estimates range from $90 billion to $1 trillion in global economic impact. The fallout was massive. The US government scrambled, issuing emergency directives to unplug Orion systems. SolarWinds stock plummeted 40%, and lawsuits piled up. President Biden, newly elected, slapped sanctions on Russia, expelling diplomats and targeting their tech sector. But the damage was done classified, data was exposed, and trust in supply chains shattered. Microsoft reported that 60% of victims were non-government entities, showing how private companies are now frontline targets in cyber warfare. The attack exposed a harsh truth: no one is safe if the supply chain is compromised. SolarWinds wasn't a small player, it was a trusted vendor. This led to a global push for better software security, think code audits, zero-trust architectures, and supply chain vetting. But Russia didn't stop. Cozy Bear's tactics evolved, fueling attacks like the 2021 Microsoft Exchange server hack. The SolarWinds breach was a wake-up call. Cyber warfare isn't just about nukes or centrifuges, it's about trust. What can we learn as cybersecurity enthusiasts? First, patch management is non-negotiable. SolarWinds' slow response to early warnings didn't help. Second, monitor your network for anomalies. Tools like SIEM security, information, and event management can catch weird DNS traffic. Third, adopt zero trust. Assume every update, even from trusted vendors, could be compromised. For ethical hackers, tools like Bloodhound or Nessus can simulate supply chain vulnerabilities, but always stay legal. The bigger picture: nation-states are weaponizing code at scale. Russia, China, and others are building cyber arsenals, targeting everything from elections to power grids. SolarWinds showed how one breach can ripple across the globe, hitting thousands in a single stroke. It's a reminder: in digital warfare, the weakest link isn't always tech, it's trust. Let's wrap this up. The SolarWinds attack wasn't just a hack, it was a seismic shift in how we view cybersecurity. Russia's Cozy Bear didn't just steal data, they exposed the fragility of our digital world. From boardrooms to government agencies, the fallout forced a reckoning. If this deep dive into supply chain attacks hooked you, drop a like and comment. What's the sneakiest hack you've heard of? Stay anonymous in the comments. Check out my Stuxnet video for another cyber warfare saga, and subscribe to ZeroTrace for more hidden truths in tech.